Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Norman Kochnick. You can barely see me. I'm having a crunch down. I'll try and get this damn thing worked out. You know my problems, guys. You're used to it. Okay, it's Norman Kochnick here. I'm actually at, of all grounds, Drummoyne Oval. I'm hoping you can all hear me. So we're at Drummoyne Oval in Sydney, which is what we're northwest of Sydney by about maybe 10 kilometres. But this ground is a first grade ground. The Sydney Cricket Club play. And in fact, they're playing here. We're playing a tournament called the St Vincent's Hospital of Sydney, their charity challenge match. We've had four, five, I think it's 4 teams that have played. My SCG 11, of course, as you all know. We have teams such as Manjit's, which is a very famous Indian restaurant here. We've also got the likes of, I think, Price's 11 and Cricket New South Wales 11. So they're all playing here. But the reason why we're here today is, in fact, to talk about the Australia-England T20 International, which is happening in Perth in less than an hour's time. I'll be able to tell you who's in that side very shortly. I have some guests here. They're new to the show. I'll bring Alex in as well. Alex, can you see? You can have to do a bit of ducking here. We'll get this. Oh my God, I've mucked it up. Guys, you're used to this. They don't need any apologies from me. You know the scenario. We're always a bit roughhouse, but that's good. I can see. Alex, nice to meet you here.
Hi, Norm. How are you? Good to see you.
Very good. See, I'll get you to talk to the mic. Now,
good to see you, Norm.
Yeah, so these are to our viewers all over the world. In particular, well, the subcontinent, but also Australia. There's quite a few in the USA. So Alex played with me today. I'll make that clear. He played a game of cricket with me, not with me. Let's make that very clear. We don't want to get any sort of scuttlebutt going on. Now, so the game here today was, as I said, the St Vincent's charity, as in the St Vincent's Hospital charity. We had a great John McMurtry, who actually sponsored. And is it Neil Maxwell? Yes, Neil Maxwell is actually here. Yes, it is Neil Maxwell. That's correct. Yes, he is here. And Henry Hunt got 93 today. I was telling you. Cam Green, Tim, yes, was. I'll get to those guys. We'll just ask you questions in a minute, for God's sake. All right, so we can beat POMs. We can beat the POMs. Yes, we can. All right, so today, Australia versus England, very first T20 International over there in India. Sorry, in India. What am I saying? In Perth, Australia, which might as well be in. It's so bloody far away. Anyway, so we're playing here. They've also got Sam Sahab. Just stick your head in there,
Hi,
Sam.
Norman. Hi.
Good, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So there we go.
Yes.
It's a bit of a wonky thing, but this is half the fun of it, isn't it, guys? You can't be perfect. You don't be perfect as well. All right, so let's go. So, all right, Qantas freaking flyer asking me something. Okay, now Sam and I are getting a bit personal here. I think that's all right. So that's all right.
I'm missing out.
No, he's missing out. God, this is terrible, guys. I'm being molested on worldwide TV. This is terrible. Okay, now, all right. So the game here now, Sam. We'll try and get you into this shot. I might just try and get you. There we are. That's better. Just squish in.
Yep.
There we are. Okay. So, all right. So, guys, we're going to be here live now. We're going to be talking about Australia versus England. I'm looking very nice today here, Maddie Khan. Thank you very much. I'm not sure. You must have you need glasses to hear, I think, if you think I'm looking good. All right. So, we're here today. The game was quite amazing with several games. Unfortunately, SCG 11 didn't get across the line. The final is happening as we speak. We have Price's 11 versus Manjit's 11. And I think, what's the score there, Sam?
It's 3-4-38 at the moment.
Right.
And
Who's
Manjit's
that?
got
That's
that's
Price's 11.
for Price 11.
Yep.
And Manjit's got 68 runs on the board, so they've
Only
got
6 balls left.
Only six
balls
only
left.
6
So
balls.
they need to hit 6 sixes.
And they hit 6 sixes. Not going to happen, guys.
No.
Well, there's one of them.
Well,
there's one of them. Their famous last words. We just said it's not going to happen. We'll just hit a 6 just right there. Oh, my God. All right. We are here to talk about Australia versus England, by the way, guys. Just to let you know. So, Australia, my thoughts, as you all know, I'm not happy with the way they're stuffing around with the side. But I do appreciate Cam Green being in there. I believe Cam Green will stay as the opener. He's not in the world squad at the moment, but I think he will, in fact, be there. Trust me. He will be there. Hello, Minnow Norman. Kumar Shano, I'm not a minnow. What are you talking about? I'm a fat guy. What are you talking about? Okay. All right. So the reality is that Australia playing with a team which is still a bit mixed. You've got Dave Warner as opener. He seems to have formed well over the last match against West Indies. You've also got, of course, Cameron Green opening. I think Ash, what's his name? My God, what's the captain's name again?
Finch.
Finch.
Yeah.
Finch has now dropped down the order to number 4, and I think he's going to stay there. Look, the guy won the World Cup last year. Butler's coming into form tonight. Do you think so, Tahir? Well, let's see how he goes. I mean, he's due for form. Okay, so Australia's got a batting line that looks pretty solid. Mitch Marsh is back into form. Well, back into the squad at least. Stoinis, I don't think he's going to be there. His injuries is saying that he's back, but I don't know whether he's back. Steve Smith, he's going to find it hard to find a spot, isn't he?
Yeah, Tim David's batting very well, and great debutant. at the moment. So he's really showing his colours. So
Yeah, so Tim David, all you guys have been banging on about Tim David for a long time, and I've finally given in. He's in the side. Not that it was my doing, but and this other T, Riley, they're all carrying on about him. He's doing well playing for Western Australia. He might be in there one day too. Sam, now what's your background? You're Indian background?
My background's Indian, yes, but been into Australian cricket for many years now. So yeah,
right.
Great fan of the current Australian cricket team. I think Australia's got the best T20 team at the moment. So good luck to them.
Do you really think Australia's got the best T20 team at the moment?
I think so. I think the team's got a very good batting technique and bowling as well. Obviously, players like Finch and Cameron Green and the newbies and the spinners like Leon. I mean, the whole team, I guess, is to be mentioned for their specialisation in the shorter form of the game. So it's definitely there.
Well, they did win the World Cup last year. We mustn't forget that Aaron Finch was the captain then. Everybody's saying he should be dropped. Now, he's left the ODI squad. He's no longer a part of that. But look, quite frankly, I mean, he is still the captain. So Aussies play Mahedi. Are you talking about the Bangladeshi player that I'm guessing? I'm not picking stones for our Earth is not picking stones. Cam Green looks like he's in the side. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I totally agree. His form's been unbelievable, especially in India. And he's just a fantastic batsman and bowler, of course.
Yeah, well, he's incredible for his age. He's already astounding, and now they use him as an opener. They used Ashton Agar a bit earlier. Now I'm a bit miffed there because Agar looked like they were trying to groom him to open, but he's out off the scene. I think he may be an injury. That may have been the reason. Mitch Marsh, of course, is back from injury. Stoinis, I don't believe he's back fully yet. Let's go to the bowling department for a minute. Matthew, well, before we go to keeper, Wade seems to have cemented his spot.
Yeah.
Alex Carey, well, he's not in the T20 format at this stage, but I think Wade will be there at least through this series. He may well also retire with Finch and probably Smith post this. That's my thoughts. Bowling department, guys. We've got Mitchell Stark, which is a part of this ground where we are at Drummoyne Oval. In fact, his wife's usually lurking around. There's Neil Maxwell moving a table. The likes of Stark is in somewhat good form, but I'm not totally happy with him. What do you think? Are you happy with Stark?
Stark's a phenomenal bowler once he gets it, when he's consistent. The only thing is he can spray the ball, but look, when he's online, he's deadly with those in-swinging Yorkers.
Yes. Now,
I think Stark brings in a lot of experience with the Australian team. So I think with experienced players, with cricketers, you can't really say when they're going to be showing their form, but when they do, it makes a big difference.
That's true. I mean, look, Hazelwood seems to have emerged now as a bowler of note in T20, having played a lot of IPL of late. The other, of course, is Cummins. Now, he's captain of the Test scene. He's also quite prominent on the short form, but he seems to not dominate as much for some reason, but he's there as well. Definitely the likes of the spinner Adam Zampa seems to have cemented his spot with a backup with Agar. That seems to be the nucleus of the Australian side. Any changes there, guys?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a very solid side. It'll be interesting to see how we go tonight against England. But we've had some really good warm-up matches, and I'm really excited for the tournament coming up.
It's quite amazing because after Australia play, in fact, the game's just finished here, hasn't it? What's the score, Sam?
I think, Manjit 11's won the match, so they've actually won it by about 6 runs.
No, it was close. Yeah. I mean, look, Manjit deserved the win because they supplied us with the bloody food. So we've got to let them win, don't we? We can't have them not winning if they supply the bloody food for us. All right, that's a fair comp. Now, Tahir and a few people are saying Stark's different to 2015 now. It looks weak. Now, Tahir's talked about this before. Yeah, Stark was better in 15. He's not quite at his best now, but he's still up there. So the Australian side, they're not going to muck around with that too much other than Team David going in. Wade seems to be still finishing. They seem to be still gathering steam with that squad. Okay, England. Now, England, by far, I think are a true dark horse. What do you guys think?
English cricket's always in a very ever-changing form that I've experienced in my years of watching cricket. Yeah. So it's in the shorter form of the game. They're always very unpredictable, I'd say, especially when playing Australia. It's Australian teams very.
When you say unpredictable, hello.
Yes.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you the grass there, guys. In fact, we might have a bit of a look at. It just says the guys there. So wave, guys, wave. They're not waving. They're too busy celebrating over there. Okay, so that was Manjit's 11 beating Price's 11. Okay, that looks better. Oh, hello, we've got some success here. All right, this is typical Norman. He has a very unusual way of doing video. All right, now, okay, so the Australian team represent England. Alex Hales is back. That's a big plus, don't you think, Alex?
Alex
Well,
Hales is.
I mean, this is Alex here talking. It isn't Alex Hales, Alex James, actually. But anyway.
My namesake, Alex Hales, he's a phenomenal batsman, very dangerous player up the order. And they've really become a specialist T20 side, England, and certainly a dark horse in this tournament.
Yeah, I do. And I think the others, okay, Australia and England are certainly, and we've also got to realise the way that the actual groups are actually worked. It's going to be very difficult for certain teams to make it through. And what I mean there is, it's very difficult for the West Indies, if they get through, that is. It's difficult for Sri Lanka. It's going to be even difficult for the likes of South Africa, because South Africa have to play against both India and Pakistan in their group. And I personally think India and Pakistan are going to make their group. What do you think, Sad?
I think the Indian teams at the moment a little bit sort of in a very diabolic state. So
who's that?
In a very sort of a fluid state. So
we've got a small technical problem. We've got a bloody plane going overhead. For God's sake, what? It's a FedEx plane, not even a national one. All right.
So, but obviously India is one of the larger favourites to win the competition again with Virat Kohli and the team, that the experience that they've gathered is obviously up there. So, but I think in the Australian conditions, it's going to be a challenge of who can be technically better at the game, at the sport, on the day. So it's always an open sort of a chance for all teams, all England, India, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. They're all good, but it's going to be who's technically more suited to the game on that day.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So okay, again, I'm not going to hold these lovely gentlemen here for too long, because we're going to talk about the game in deep seriousness after this. Not that we're not talking about it deeply seriously now, but okay, I want your opinions, guys, because I'll give my opinion about who in the top four, in the final four. I want your opinions. I'm saying Australia, England, India, and Pakistan. Who are you saying, Alex? Who do you think is going to make the four?
Not that I'm copying you, Norm, but I totally agree with you.
That's fine, and that's understandable, because they are the standouts. I mean, Afghanistan's a bit of a smoky.
Yeah.
One of my regular co-hosts, Mohsen Sheikh, who is actually the high-performance coach for Afghanistan, who's regularly in my program, is with them right now. And I'm hoping he might cross later, give us a chat about how they're going and their training up in Brisbane, right? Okay, so Sam,
I think West Indies.
Come here, mate.
West Indies hasn't sort of has.
All the best. Okay, all right. So, thanks to the lads,
I was going to say, West Indies has been playing very good in the shorter form of the game, so I think they'll probably make it to the last four.
Who?
West Indies.
West Indies, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a
South Africa, Australia, obviously, and it's between India and, I guess, New Zealand. It's either New Zealand or India who's going to make it to the top four.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, you didn't include Pakistan there, Sam. I'm hoping you're not showing any prejudice against.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Pakistan's always in good. I love Pakistan when they're playing in Test cricket in longer form of the game. But when it comes to 20 cricket, Pakistan's not really. They haven't performed statistically to be honest with you, to be in the top four yet. So to be the top four favourites yet.
All right. Well, it's funny because they're playing currently. That is Pakistan. They're playing with New Zealand and Bangladesh in New Zealand to warm up for this particular World Cup. And I believe Pakistan beat New Zealand last night or yesterday. So they're obviously in some form. I mean, I'm going to say that I think that Pakistan are a bolter, because why? Harris Ralph, who has actually played for this SCG11, by the way, and he's played in Sydney. He loves the pitches. He's an out-and-out fast bowler and played well in the BBL, and he could be a danger. Shaheen Afridi, if he's fit, could be dangerous. And that's the big if he's fit. But Babar Azam, my God, honestly, the best T20 batsman in the world is Babar Azam. If you look at his stats, he's already got over 3,000 runs. He hasn't played nearly enough matches to warrant that many runs against his name. He is going to be a standout this series. I hope Virat Kohli will as well, and Rohit Sharma. But I think those two, in those respective teams, may be the danger. Australia and England, of course. But I'm interested in what you said, Sam, about West Indies. We never bloody know what they're going to do. They haven't got Rakim Cornwall, the 150-kilo champion here. He's one player that would certainly cause a problem or two. He scored 200 in the match domestically the other day.
That, yeah.
Did you see that? No?
Unbelievable. It's like 100 runs in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I think he eats 100 burgers in about 5 minutes, to be honest. That's another habit that he's got. 150 kilos. It makes me feel bloody slim. He's 150 kilos. Rakim Cornwall. Good on you, mate. I look like a svelte, lingerie model against him. Seriously, Sam, do you agree with that? Do you think I look like a no? Do you think I look like a svelte lingerie model?
You look like an experienced cricketer who's got to tell us a lot of things about cricket.
That's not the question I bloody well asked you, Sam. Did I ask that question? Something missing.
You don't.
I'm missing the translation. For God's sake. You don't. Jesus.
I was going to say if the West Indian bowlers get their full day at the pitch, I'm sure they're going to show us some good cricket. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking forward to. So and that's what people love. People Australian cricket lovers. Cricketers all over the world, cricket lovers all over the world, love to see West Indies bowl to their fullest potential, at the full length of the game and the full length of the pitch. And when they actually get the ball up to the batsman, I remember Steve Waugh, like playing against the West Indies, and that's always like every cricketing conversation that we have with.
You got Chris Gale. Yes. Chris Gale's not there. You haven't got what's his Andre Russell.
Yes.
A couple of losses. But they could prove. New Zealand. I keep bagging them at the moment. I don't know. I'm still bagging them. I think they're not going to do it in Australia. They never seem to perform well here. They get through the finals, very often. All right, so guys, now we seem to be the only bloody people left in the ground. Everybody's deserted us. Where the hell are they all gone? There was a ground full of people here before. What the hell? All right, guys, we're a bit isolated. So I'm going to let these two lovely gentlemen go. They've been very nice guests to have on the show. Both Alex here. Oh, Alex is on that side.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you.
Very much good. Alex James, he may make some more guest appearances now that he's come through true colours. If you want to see Alex on the show, message me. Sam Heslett, who we know who he is. Stokes playing. I believe he is playing. That's what I heard, but we'll confirm that in a minute. We'll actually have the sides to pick. And Sam, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Norman.
I'll get you on the screen because it seems to love to move away from me. There we are, Sam. So you've been great too.
Good to speak to you. Yes.
You did leave out Pakistan there, but I'm not going to comment on it. That's right. We'll accept that for the moment.
Good luck to everyone.
All right, guys.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you both. I really appreciate it. You've been live on my channel and you'll get to see this. I'll flick you the link, and you're live on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnak. We've been at the St Vincent's charity or the hospital charity challenge. There's enough C's there, and we didn't do very well, by the way. I am still angry because I performed a Mancad, which should have been bloody well given out, and it wasn't. And to this moment, I'm still upset about it. Anyway, we'll have to deal with that. Okay. All right. Here's saying Azam Khan, Cornwall, Bath, both were smoking bowlers from Seville. Yes, there's a lot of players who played in the so-called Caribbean Premier League that have done well, and Tim David as well. So the form shouldn't be forgotten. All right, guys. We're going to say goodbye to these lovely gentlemen. We're going to continue. I'm going to go to my car and I might drive back to my home, and you can watch the view from the window, guys, can't you? While I carry on like that. In fact, what time is it now, boy? What time have we got?
6:25.
Okay, in 5 minutes we'll have the toss for Australia versus England. We'll also have the team selections, and we'll see if there's any ins and outs there. If Cam Green opens again, he's basically put himself in the World Cup squad, surely. And don't forget, they can change the actual squad makeup right up until October 15th. So blind Freddie will tell you that he's in the squad. If he's playing so many games, they wouldn't be doing that unless he was playing. Agree, guys?
Agree.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm off to the car now, guys. We're going to take this down. We're going to do a walking tour. I'll give you a bit of a tour of the ground. All right, guys. You can follow me through. We can have a look. So what do we got here? This is the ground right here. We can see the board here. That's the Drummoyne Oval. Now, Drummoyne Oval is famous for a lot of the BBL matches, a lot of the games, which are the Sheffield Shield matches are played here as well, I believe. All right, guys. Where you going? You're heading up there, are you?
Yeah, you're going to head up. Yeah.
You think I should help there?
I think we've got trophy presentation.
Oh, well, I better go up there then. All right, guys. Actually, you guys go up there. I'm going to do 5 minutes here because I better do it because I don't want to bother them up there with my stuff. All right, guys. Oh, thank you again.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Everyone, viewers, quick, say goodbye to. Just come in the screen again. Yeah, say goodbye. Say goodbye.
See you, everyone. All the best.
All right, you take care. I'll be
Good
in there.
luck, everyone.
I'll be in there later, guys.
Okay.
All right, ciao. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Australia. This is not Bankston Oval, Tahir. This is actually Drummoyne Oval. Drummoyne Oval, which is a very different ground indeed. Let's have another stand up here. There we are. This is Drummoyne Oval in Sydney, which is northwest. Bankstown's more southwest. Now I can just see the teams. I'm not getting the teams, but we'll find out what the teams are. Australia, of course, will have their squad on deck. So I'm pretty sure the Australian team will come. It looks beautiful. It's a lovely ground. So got a plane going overhead. We've got a Qantas jumbo jet. Let's see if we can have a look at it. Not sure whether you can see it, guys. It'll be visible in a minute. I can't see it. All right. I might go back to the. Oops. All right. We're going to go off the ground here now and see. So this ground here behind me. We'll soon find out whether Stokes is playing or not. I actually know whether Stokes is playing. Here we have the back. See all the cricket gear there? All the cricketers have had their gear behind me. I'm going to go into the car. Hopefully you can hear me still. The Australian side should be as per program. I don't think anyone's going to be arrested as such. So we'll see what happens there. The boots better go up. Okay. Okay, it's not going to work there. Okay. Hang on, guys. Bear with me, guys. Just for a second, we can look up into the sky. Okay, we're going to put ourselves up. Okay, when the captain's press meet will be before the World Cup, would they be there? Yes, I hope to be there. RA SSR. I'm going to be following matches starting as soon as next week, when Australia will play. In fact, it's Australia versus India in a warm-up match, and then India play. So we can cover this bloody light. There we go. That's it. So Australia. We're playing England today in Perth. 3 matches. 3 matches have been played in England. Sorry, Australia playing England in Perth in Western Australia. 3 matches there. 3 T20 internationals, not ODIs like South Africa are playing the India B side over there in I think it's Lucknow, isn't it? So yeah, that's bizarre. But anyway, so Australia's playing England, as we said, in Perth. The 3 T20 internationals leading into the matches, which will start from there on. Australia then playing against India in Brisbane, which I will be there. That's next Monday, the 17th, so roughly Monday week away. They'll be playing there. And India also will be playing New Zealand on the Wednesday, which will be the 19th. Then they go down to Melbourne and they'll be playing the blockbuster, the big one. That is India versus Pakistan at the MCG. So, boy, that's going to be something. So the toss, okay, let me have a look at the toss. Let me see if there's any updates in the toss. Let's have a look. Eight minutes away. So it's actually, it's going to be probably about 8 minutes away. So I had some lovely gentlemen there. I had Sam Saha and I had Alex James joining me. They're both SCG 11 players. They played today. We won one game, and unfortunately we lost the other two. So we bowed out. We didn't play in the final, which has just gone down. So Australia are certainly well represented. I think you will see. I'm sure they're going to keep to a similar side. I don't think anyone's being rested, and because they're getting very ready for the series, you'll have. I'm pretty sure Warner will open with Green. Mitch Marsh will go in 3. Steve Smith may get a Guernsey. We're not sure, but I don't think so. Aaron Finch is there at 4. 5 will more than likely be the likes of, well, it probably will be Maxwell, followed by Tim David, Wade. He'll be 7. Then the 4 bowlers, that is both the likes of Stark, Hazelwood, of course, Cummins, and Adam Zampa. There's your bowling side for Australia. And of course, they may consider Steve Smith. They have a number of other players in the wings, but they're likely 4. So we've still got a few minutes to go. I think the toss is a few minutes away, and I'll have to just confirm that for you to see what the story is. So we might be able to go on to a what's this? We've got someone saying they're heartbroken. Did someone pass away? That's not this. What happened there? We have a picture of David Miller with someone. Hopefully it's not his daughter. That's not good. People are trying to work out what I'm doing. Oh, God. So it looks like, is it David Miller's daughter has passed away? Not sure that news is getting. Green is in, that Smith is out. Okay. So you're saying we've got our sides picked. Let's just see a bit of Wi-Fi going on. Let's see if we can get. It's not good. iPhone 5 there. I'm just going to see what the story is with selections, guys. Someone's messaging me just now. Okay, let's just see if we can get this. Yeah, so David Miller's daughter passed away from cancer. That's horrible to hear if that is the case. So the match starts in 35 minutes. So, well, the question, as I said to you, was, is Steve Smith in the side, or will Tim David play? Well, Tim David should play because he's the one that's in form and he needs to be given the opportunity. I would argue that's the. So Josh Butler hasn't played since August. He was in Pakistan with a very cautious approach. So Matthew Wade is also quoted here that he believes that Australia's heavy defeat against England in the 21 World Cup was the key moment sparking the T20 transformation. That's a bit of a call. So at this point in time, we're not hearing of any selections. There's a lot of discussion about Steve Smith. Liam Livingston's not available for the series. He's played for Perth squads, so he'd be a good one to have had, but he's apparently not in the squad. We'll just wait and see. I did see a preview with the squads. We'll just see whether the squads are up there. The Australian side is Warner, Cameron Green, of course, the likes of Marsh, Finch, Stoinis coming in, perhaps potentially over Maxwell. That's what's being touted here. Tim David, because, well, Stoinis is his home ground, of course, home ground of Western Australia, although he was originally Victorian, wasn't he? So I'm not sure what's going on there. We're seeing Matthew Wade. Daniel Sams is earmarked. It looks like they're going to rest Stark, Hazelwood, and Cummins. They've got Daniel Sams, Nathan Ellis, Kane Richardson's in the line, and even Agar is coming in for Zampa. That's what they're saying. So we'll see whether that's the case, whether there is that many. We did talk about the original Australian side being with the blokes in there, but Indian team is in the Wacker. How's the pitch? Devendra Singh Gojai, they are there, and they're practicing away. I'm not there at the moment, but I'll be seeing them in Brisbane. So when they get to Brisbane, I'll be live from Brisbane, and I'll be telling you what's going on there. So I'm just going to see whether there's. I'm going to wait and see what the story is here. Okay, let's have a look. Let's just have a look. We can get some. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Copy that. Let's see if we can get that up on the board. Whether the Australian sides are actually well, we're going to wait and see the selection, of course, and I'll be able to put that up there. I'll just be able to see that the live chat's going. We paste. It's too much. No. Well, the England side is going to be an interesting side as well, with Josh Butler likely to come back in. Hales and Sate will also be there. No, Chris Jordan maybe hold back. There's been a bit of discussion. Let's just see what we can. Kane Richardson. All right, so the word is at this point that the likes England's probable sides will be Butler, captain and keeper, Alex Hales, or Phil Salt, David Milan, Darwin Milan, that is, Ben Stokes, Harry Brook, Owen Ali, Sam Curran, and Chris Wokes, Adil Rashid, Mark Wood, and Reece Topley. So Reece Topley seems to be continued on with the whole thing. So we'll just see whether that's the case. So, missed my question. What's your question? What's your take on the toss on the winner? It won't have any effect in Australia at all. I can assure you. G won't be a factor. It won't be a problem. So tosses mean nothing here. I'm pretty sure that's commonly adopted thought process. So let's just see what we're getting. Any information there at all? But the summary. Well, we're now 31 minutes away from play, so we should see play very soon. Let's hope we get some play soon. So I'm going to just okay. At what time matches will we play in the show? It's really it's hard for me to be conclusive at this point because it's really we don't know yet. So let's have a look. We can get anything out of this. So Sri. Norman eyes on cricket there. Paste. All right. Okay. So what's my take? Okay. I just think we've got a lot of action still going on here. I'm going to wait and see what do we got going on here. Still, I think nothing selections wise going on here at all. The question is, will Steve Smith play or will Tim David play? I think there's more going on than that. If I'm being honest with you, I think there's a lot more going on. Let's just see. Still no update. I'd love to be able to just get a hold of that and see if I can just quickly Australia won the toss and have elected to bowl. Australia won the toss and have elected to bowl. Okay, so that's. I'll just put that up there. Let's just get this written. Australia won the toss and have elected to bowl. I'll just put that up there, guys. What's this? Okay, we're back, guys. We're back. Let's see if we can. Okay, let's just have a look there. We should still have that video going on there. We do. We lost a few people, didn't we? Okay, there's a lot. Okay, so with Australia winning the toss, I can go to the actual teams now. Let's have a look at the tosses. Well, Australia won the toss and elected a bowl. That's news that we need to be aware of. And I'm just trying to get the teams up again. Let's have a look at the teams. They picked green swim. Well, there's been a few selections that are interesting there. Let's just go through the selections, shall we? You have. Let's go to the England side first. England have got Josh Butler in with Alex Hales, David Milan, Ben Stokes, Harry Brook, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, Chris Wokes, Adil Rashid, Reece Topley, and Mark Wood. As expected, the substitutes are Phil Salt. So Phil Salt did not oust Alex Hales. He kept himself in. David Willey and Chris Jordan are there with Liam Dawson. So that's your team. The Australian team, Aaron Finch Warner, which we expected. Mitchell Stoinis in for Maxwell. Tim David's in. So there's no Steve Smith. Cam Green is in as expected. Looks like he might be going down the order this time. So we might have Finch, Warner opening with Marsh, Stoinis, David Green in the batting line, if that is the batting line. Matthew Wade, Daniel Sams has made it, and Nathan Ellis and Cam Richardson the bowlers, and Mitchell Swepson. So effectively, Hazelwood, Cummins, Stark, Zampa, the four bowlers are not playing. You would argue they're being rested. So Daniel Sams gets a Guernsey, Nathan Ellis, Cam Richardson, Mitchell Swepson. So you would argue slightly depleted Australia side. But Steve Smith, Stark, still can't get a Guernsey. Josh English, Sean Abbott, and Ash Donaga are in the emergency part of the team. So it's telling him Stoinis has been brought right back in, and Ash Donaga still not there. Whether he's still injured or whether it's just simply a matter of selections, we don't know. We just don't know. All right. So there we have it. Did you hear that? And I'll go through it one more time so we can hear that. If you look to my community page on my YouTube channel, you will be able to hear it. In fact, I can unplug this now. Are you hearing me, guys? I hope you are hearing me nice and loud and clear. So Australian side, once again, we'll go through it one more time. Aaron Finch, David Warner, Mitch Marsh, Marcus Stoinis, Tim David, Cameron Green, Matthew Wade, Daniel Sams, Nathan Ellis, Kane Richardson, and Mitch Swepson. So Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, Zampa all not playing. Steve Smith not in the side either, but it's on a selection basis. Stoinis in for Maxwell. So Maxwell's not in that squad at all. It's interesting. I wonder what the story is there. So at Optus Stadium in Perth, England squad, they've got a 1-11 sky there with Butler, Hales, David Milan, Ben Stokes. Harry Brook seems to have kept himself in the team. Moeen Ali's there. He's not captain because Josh Butler is back. Sam Curran's got a Guernsey there. Chris Wokes, Adil Rashid, Reece Topley, and Mark Wood. Phil Salt, David Willey, Chris Jordan, and Liam Nelson in the squad as well. So there we have it. All right. Let's just see if we can guess who's well. What's your selections, guys? Do you think Australia are going to win, or is England? I'd say the Australian side is perhaps weakened. You could argue it certainly is weakened. Whether it's weakened to the point where they won't win is another question. Let's have a look. So the live preview, which this is. Yeah, there it is. So we're doing it. Okay. All right. So it's live 41 minutes. It seems to be longer than 41 minutes. Something on. No, it's about 40 minutes. Okay. So that's the way that the match goes at this point in time. We have pretty good broadcast coverage here. We have a fair bit of live going on at the ground here at of course, Drummoyne Oval. Drummoyne Oval, great ground, where the Sydney Cricket Club play on a regular basis. So quite a nostalgic for me. I play my OCG match. I played my 95th, 6th and 7th match today. So I've got 94. 3-day makes 97. So I think 3 off 100. So Australia's won the toss. They've elected to bowl first, which means they're going to favour batting last on this pitch, which is neither here nor there, as I don't think tosses will make much difference in terms of the way the results of the game go. We've got again Josh Butler and Alex Hales, the two very competent opening batters who can certainly pull out the magic they can. David Milan, well, he's apparently the T20 Player of the Year, so we'll wait and see how he goes. Ben Stokes, Harry Brook, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, Chris Wokes, Dil Rashid, Reece Topley, Mark Wood. Bit of pace there, especially on WA pitch. Australian side, well, Marcus Stoinis is outed Maxwell. Is that a sign? Tim David's in there in place of, you would argue, Steve Smith. And Cameron Green's keeping his position but down the order. And Warner and Finch have gone back up to open with Matthew Wade and then the 4 bowlers who all may feature Sams, Ellis, Richardson and Mitchell Swepson. Mitchell Swepson, not sure what to put Ashton Agar in there ahead of him, to be honest with you. Sean Abbott, he's in the squad of Steve Smith, notably, again, not selected. He would start to be feeling a little bit nervous, I would argue. A little bit nervous about his position. He's still effectively in the squad, but is he the one to miss out? And is he going to be replaced by Tim David? Or more importantly, Cam Green? That's the question that I'm going to ask. Any more questions from you guys? There's only one of you that have asked questions of late, so we might stop the broadcast there. So Australia have won the toss, have elected to bowl their teams. Again, for those that have not heard, which I've posted on my community channel, you'll see there that you've got a community channel there talks about England's team: Josh Butler, Alex Hales, Dawood Milan, Ben Stokes, Harry Brook, Moeen Ali, who was captain previously, now he's giving that back to Butler. That's a pretty strong side, actually. Sam Curran, Chris Wokes in different form. Adil Rashid, a great spinner. With Moeen Ali will be very impressive. Then they've got the pace of Reece Topley and Mark Wood, which will be interesting. Substitutes Salt, Willie, Jordan and Liam Nelson. Liam Dawson. Then again, the Australian side, complete wholesale bowlers taken out with Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood and Zampa all not playing. Sams, Ellis, Richardson and Swepson taking their place. Wade holds his position. Cam Green, although lower in the order potentially, with Aaron Finch and Dave Warner opening. Mitch Marsh, Stoinis and Tim David at the run getters in the middle there. Smith again on the outer with Josh Inglis also a backup keeper. Sean Abbott, well, he's not in the main 4 that are on the field, so Agar I would have had in front of Swepson. So that's my thoughts on that one. Is Green opening at 7? Green can't open at 7. I would say that Warner and Finch are opening up. I think Green's going out of the order. But they will keep Green up their sleeve. I'm pretty sure they'll still do that. But I don't think he's opening today, which is interesting. Very interesting. So, is Green opening at 7? No, opening at 7 means opening 1 or 2. So that's they've picked a bowling strength. They're a bit under pump, the Australian bowling, I must say. Again, for those joining us now, we've got some, I think the match starts at 7:10, so that's 17 minutes before the first bowlers will be bowled. Aaron Finch will open with Warner, Mitch Marsh, Marcus Stoinis, Tim David, Cameron Green down the order, Matthew Wade, then the bowling of probably the opening bowlers of Sams and Ellis. Richardson first change, I would imagine, and Mitchell Swepson will come in as the spinner. Steve Smith, again, not on the 12, 11. He's in the 12, but not the 11. Josh Inglis, Abbott and Agar, and England looking pretty strong, actually. Butler, Hales, Milan, Stokes, Brook, Ali, Curran, I'm not sure these are regular. Chris Wokes either, but Adil Rashid, Reece Topley, Mark Wood, strong contenders. Phil Salt's floating around, David Willey, Chris Jordan, and Liam Dawson. Okay, with Australia winning the toss and electing to bowl first, so England will bat first, is where we're at with this whole performance. So there's interesting. So, okay. Interesting comments there. Someone made a very interesting comment. Okay, so where are we at now? We've got only minutes away. Australia having won the toss and electing to bowl. England will bat first with Butler and Alex Hales, which I'll be interested to see how Alex Hales goes. He's well versed in Australia. We know that. He does like Australian conditions, indeed. There's nothing wrong with that. He certainly is a very impressive character when it comes to conditions in Australia. So if you go to my YouTube channel, guys, you need to get you to watch that. All right, so we've got some 15 minutes from the game being played. We'll see if there's any other updates from just getting some more photos sent here. Let's have a look here. Is there any updates of any note? It doesn't look like there is. Australia bowl, House preferred to Salt, which we kind of knew. Mark Hussey's wearing English kit, which is quite funny. I must say, very, very funny. So Mike Hussey wearing an England kit. So Howells gets a nod against ahead of Phil Salt. The punt loss to Josh Butler also means that Howells and Ben Stokes are back in the same team. No Smith for Australia. Ash Nagle also still sideline. Mitch Swepson, the frontline bowler. I find that a rather unusual selection, if I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of if I'm being honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Mitchell Swepson. I'm sorry, in this format, I don't think that there's much to say that's really good about him. I'm sorry. That's just my thoughts. I'm not going to be nasty, but I just don't think that he's. Steve Smith is out. Steve Smith. Okay. All right, guys. We might allow you to go watch the live program. Okay. All right, guys. We might allow you to go watch the live program. Okay. All right, guys, we might say goodbye. So this is it. Australia won the toss, elected to bowl, have included a complete bowling change with Sams, Nathan Ellis, Richardson and Swepson. Brought back Stoinis as well and putting Cam Green on the order. Maxwell is left out and Steve Smith hasn't been considered. And England have gone with Alex Hales over Salt, with Butler. They've got Mo and Ali in there. They've got Adil Rashid as a spin the pump. They've got Ben Stokes in the order, Sam Curran. Harry Brooks also got himself a Guernsey very competently. It's a pretty, it's a pretty good side, actually. England side are pretty damn good. So we might head out here, guys. So, all right, all the best. Talk to me soon. Watch again on YouTube. Okay, as an Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick, make sure you follow, subscribe, share to other people. Again, Australia winning the toss, electing to bowl, number of bowling changes to Australian lineup. You still think England would be in with a shot here. We'll see how they go. All the best, guys. See you soon.